What's up, everybody? White Boy Radio back with another one. Hey, I'm going to tell everybody a jail story. A crazy individual, something that you'd never hear before, something that I had to live with, experience when I was incarcerated. Now, I did call in and speak to Noel when I was locked up. Some people tuned into those, maybe some haven't. But if you haven't heard this one, or shit, even if you have, this one's worth a listen. Uh, the title says it all. Okay. I was locked up with a guy who said he was the archangel from the Bible. This guy was dead serious. Okay. Black man, about 6'5", skinny, but in shape. You know, you could tell he's been probably in and out of jail and prison his whole life. He was a pretty fit dude, real tall dude. His nickname was Papa Tall. He used to clean the dorm a lot, right? But and for what it's worth, the guy was always reading the Bible. He was always in the Word. I can't take that from him. But you know, in conversation, if you met him or anybody knew, what he would tell you is he's really the archangel Michael from the Bible. He fully believes that he's the archangel Michael from the Bible. Okay. Now, before we go any further with that shenanigans and how I had to sit through him telling me this with a straight face and telling him to please tell more, um, it's jail, people. You know, listen, entertainment at its best, at its best. Okay. But how did we get here? Okay, how did we get here? Like I said, I'll put the guy on the screen so you get a visual with the story. How we got here is the guy's name is Charles. Okay, he'll tell you that his real name is Michael, obviously Michael from the Bible. You know, and weirdly enough, he'll tell you that his eyes are blue. And when he tells you this, he's looking you directly in your eye and pulling his eyelid, his eye down so you can look at it. No, it's brown. Okay, most black people have brown eyes. Some have blue eyes, yeah, but he definitely had brown eyes. Okay, he's telling you that they're blue. He'll tell you straight, dead serious, dead serious. But how we got here is very strange, very strange. And as I'm making this video, I had to pull up the booking photo, and I got a list of the charges, and I'll put those on the screen as well. Um, so I know that his story pans out, which is even weirder than the Bible thing. Okay, how we got here was Charles decided that one night, as he was walking with his cane, he used to walk with a big cane, and he was walking down the street, and he came up on a mall plaza, and there was a cop there. Okay, there was a cop there. Now the cop was pulled over. Okay. Now I don't know. Most people, when they see a cop pulled over, if you're driving, you'll hit the brakes. You're gonna be, oh shit, go the speed limit, whatever. You're gonna look at the cop in your rear view. Okay, he's just doing paperwork or something. And that's exactly what the cop was doing, is pulled over doing paperwork. But Charles was on foot, and he decided to go tell the cop about his ass and his coworker's ass. And what he said was a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He then approached the cop vehicle, knocked on the window. The cop hit him with a, how can I help you? And Charles proceeded to say, I know what your coworkers did to that little girl. Now, I can only imagine the look on the cop's face. He's probably like, what the hell are you talking about? It's probably what he said. And what proceeded next to come out of Charles' mouth was, and I also know that you too want to rape that little girl. Okay, he's telling the cop this, accusing the cop's partners to do some horrendous thing to a little girl. What little girl? Well, the question, we didn't get that far in the story. He doesn't ever tell anybody that part of the story. But in his head, and whatever substance he was on, he literally told the cops this. Cop this. The cop then proceeded to get out and whoop his ass all over and around the mall parking lot. Okay, and not only whoop him physically, but pencil whoop the shit out of him. Now, apparently, Charles forgot to tell me that he was possessing cocaine. Because when I looked him up, he had possession of cocaine on him. And then he got assault on an officer. And he got assault on an EMT, because when the paramedics came, he decided to swing on them too. I have not a clue why anyone would go to jail for doing this. Okay, why he would do this blows my mind. Now, one time we were at rec, and we were talking about when he got arrested. Okay. Also, keeping a straight face, like this is a normal thing. Yeah, you told the cop. Yeah, good for you, bro. Good for you. You told that cop. Um, but he told me that when he gets out, he wants to go to Tampa because he has to clean up the streets over there. So he has to go tell he's on cop patrol over there, people. So he'll be back. Remember, like I said, in and out of jail, prison his whole life. However, back to dorm life. Okay, that's why he's in jail. So he has a bond. It's kind of high. Now, funny thing is, when you tell when you tell him, like, what do you think you're looking at? County time, going to prison. He'll tell you that they have him in mental health court. Well, wouldn't you know? Well, wouldn't you know? Not even joking. It's exactly where he needs to be. Exactly where he needs to be. But he'll tell you he's the archangel from the Bible, and he is sent here to do God's will. He's dead serious. Dead serious. He'll pull the Bible verses out and tell you, this is him. Okay. Now look, I don't know. I watched a movie about the archangel a while back before I went to jail. I kind of swore that the archangel was white. I don't know. Maybe the archangel's black. I don't know if it even says it in the Bible. It's neither here nor there. All I know is this guy was 100% not the archangel from the Bible, but he's dead serious about telling. He's even telling the correction officers this. Okay, we gassed them up one night to tell the nurse this. The nurse is like, just a civilian. We all know the dude's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And he told the nurse, and she's just handing out medication. She's like, here's your Gas X, which is even more comical. He took Gas X. His roommate made him take Gas X. Apparently the archangel farts a lot. Man, look here, man. I'm not telling y'all this story to glorify jail or to put jail on a pedestal like jail is cool. No, jail sucks. And hopefully this video can reach somebody who may be heading there. Jail sucks. No one should ever go there. It's not a place for anybody because you're locked up with real mental cases. And mental health is real, man. You see a lot of crazy shit on the news, crazy crime. We're living in really crazy times right now. Some will even say biblical times. No pun intended. Okay, some claim that, but more importantly, you hear a lot of you see these school shootings and all this. Mental health is a big thing with the system that they have to fix because clearly this guy, I don't know what. It's not normal to do that to a cop, people. It's not normal. Okay. And people could say, oh, well, he was on coke, he's on drugs, and he probably was. But I mean, I think there's something else there contributing to the fact that made him do this. But even if he was on drugs, he's completely sober in the jail, telling you he's the archangel from the Bible, pulling his eyes down, telling you that they're blue, and his name is Michael. Now, the story gets a little deeper because in the jail, he had a friend, okay, just a random person he met, okay, no different than my relationship to him. I don't know the guy, just met him in there, but he claimed that the kid was his son, okay, and his son and the devil was attached to the kid, okay. He also claimed when he was using the phone one time that his baby mama is the devil and they had a kid and he has to cleanse his son with that baby mama because there's devil spirits all over the kid. Hey, look, I don't know. Like I said, the dude read the Bible. He's a freaking nutcase, people. This is the type of shit you have to deal with when you go to jail. You have mental cases, people that are not all there. Now, at least this guy was like, he was harmless, man. That was his thing, the archangel story, okay? I mean, it's out of control, people, but this is what jail is, man. It has a whole bunch of people that are not all the way there. They're just, he's a bug, this, you live with people like this, I had to like literally live with this guy. Okay. He was bugged out, man. I hope mental health does help this guy. Like I said, he's harmless. I mean, to most people except police officers, like he was already planning to get out and go to Tampa and go harass the cops down there. He was telling me that there is a big, he literally told me that the cops, okay, are associated with missing kid cases. And what they do is there's a whole bunch of tents in the woods where homeless people live, and they drop the missing children off over there. And that's where they go do their deeds to them. Okay. The dude was just he was just shot out, man. But he would tell everybody he was the archangel from the Bible, and he was dead serious about it. Dead serious, man, as a heart attack. Mental health is real. You see it a lot, man. Like I said, especially with school shootings, man. These people aren't even right. You can't you stick somebody like this in jail. There, nothing happens. You're not going to teach him a lesson. There's no punishment. The system will fail this guy because he's, like I say, he's planning to get out and do it again. Like, it's just not right. But there's a whole bunch of people on the streets that are like this, that do crazy shit. We see it on the news all the time. You know, we cover the story sometimes. It's what do you do with that? Every state's different, but it's a big national problem. Mental health is it's deeper than that, man, because it has to do a lot with the homeless. I don't. I'm assuming this guy was homeless. I don't know his story. I didn't ask him, but I mean, he was walking around with a cane. He probably was, man. But mental health is bad in the homeless around our country too, man. And we don't have anything to, you know, combat that with. And it's sad because what happens is they arrest these people. They arrest these people, and it's it doesn't work. I was also locked up with a homeless guy, and that was interesting because he couldn't wait to get out of jail to go back to be homeless. I thought that was kind of weird, but you know he he's homeless, and he was making zero changes. The jail I was at, they offer like a little reentry services where they give you like a voucher for a thrift store to get clothes, a bicycle if you need it, like some work boots, the basic things to maybe get on your feet if you get provided for it yourself. But the guy had no intention on going to a halfway house, something like low rent. He told me he's going back to live behind Pizza Hut, and that was his plan because he knows the owner, and they have a thing there. Apparently, when he went to jail, another homeless guy stole all the shit, his book bag, his bike. So he was gonna go whoop that guy's ass and go be homeless. I mean, people, this is what do you do? This is these two guys. They'll be in and out the system, and it's there's something not right upstairs. You know what I mean? And this happens a lot, man. And I wanted to get this out here more so for the mental health part, but for anybody struggling with addiction or whatever, you gotta go to jail. Look, man, you don't want to be in there, man. I don't, like I said, I don't glorify jail. I don't, I'm not, making it sound cool. I used to tell a lot of jail and prison stories on this channel, and I'm gonna get back to it. I stopped telling my prison stories just out of the blue because I went out there and covering the Petito case, and I started really covering true crime and stuff, and getting to know these tragedy pimps and reviewing them. But the prison stories I like to get back into. I got a million of them. It's the simplest content, and it's how I came to the internet. And I know a lot of people are subscribed to this channel because of that. So I got to get back to giving them some content. So maybe I'll switch it up between both. I think is the best thing. I have some funny prison stories, so I do want to get back to that type of content. But yeah, man, the archangel blew my mind hearing this. Stay out of jail. It's a place for nobody. You're around crazy people, man. People with mental health issues. Keep in mind this guy was harmless. Okay, he wasn't a violent guy. He was always positive. In the morning, he didn't brush his teeth. He'd be like, today's Lord's Day. You're like, man, well, today's dragon, but not dragon like your breath. You know what I mean? But it's he could have been that other nutcase that you see in jail and prisons that is violent. He's not all there upstairs. He's got mental health issues, and he's just he's one of those really crazy dudes that unfortunately every now and then when you're in jail or prison you see him, and you say to yourself, this guy needs to be here, and he could have been one of them, but he wasn't. It's not a place for anybody, man. You don't want to be there. Nothing good comes of it, and you lose time. And time is the most precious piece of life you have. As you get older, you recognize it, you see it, man. And unfortunately, I lost a little bit more time, but hopefully it's the last one. Hit the like on this video, man. Hit the members link below in the description box or the pinned comment, wherever it's at. Support the channel. Easy way. Smash the like. And yeah, man, the archangel, man. Stay away from bugs. Hashtag bug life. We'll catch y'all on the live because you already know I got the coolest chat in the game, and that's you guys. Until the next one, Whiteboard Radio, and I'm signing off.